Don't get caught up in the fiat system. The fiat system is designed to tell you how to operate on a day to day and throughout your entire life. But you can opt out. You can opt out of this system and have your own self sovereignty and buy Bitcoin. Check out the clip.
The fiat system is designed to tell you to go against your human instinct. It's designed to tell you that the labor that you have, that you converted into financial currency or monetary energy, is not valuable. Therefore, you should spend it. It's here to tell you that whatever impulse you have to buy and spend, you should take it. That's not natural human instinct. We have been scouring the earth and accumulating resources for use by future generations for since the dawn of humanity. You don't think that that is inside every cell of every human being, of every DNA strand of every human being? That is the human spirit. And that's what Bitcoin speaks
Happening,
to.
Crypto Crew. Sean's coming back at you. Another cryptocurrency video. Getting straight into it. Taking a look at the Bitcoin price. The current time it's recording, we're coming in at a little over 26,000 at 26,222. And looking at the price, we are still in an uptrend. The trend's your friend till the end. And as you see, how does Bitcoin and charts in general move? So this is on the weekly chart, and you can sit here and see that we come up and we come down with a rounding bottom and then come back up. Now, why are we saying that we are going to potentially see lower price action, but not that much lower? Look at the stochastic RSI. We are in the floor. Every time it's in the floor, we see a bounce up. Extreme in the floor, we do see a bounce up, but that's in a downtrend. Now this trend has changed. This trend was in a downtrend right here. It broke out of this downtrend, flipped this resistance to support, it had a blast up, and now might be having some double bottom action playing out. So this is what we see in the charts. Taking a closer look, how low could Bitcoin go if it did come a little bit lower? This right here, this level around the 24.3K level, if Bitcoin did have another drop down, this is a major level of confluence and support to pay attention to, because as you see right here, this acted as a support, and then we fell through it, came back, hit our head on it once, came back, hit our head on it twice, 3 times before ultimately coming back, flipping it from resistance to support and starting to stair step our way up. So this could just be coming back and coming down. Now, this is potentially another double top pattern that could see even more lower price action. But once again, the trend's your friend to the end. The next leg down, the next level down to break this upwards trend would be really this $20,000 threshold. If we break below this $24,000 level, we might want to pay attention to this level. If we break below this, then if we do some type of price action like this and have a continuation to the downside, then this trend could be changing down, changing to the downside. So taking a look at this, one thing to note, in this retracement of the bear cycle, could we be in some type of ABC corrective pattern still? As we see right here, this could be a huge A leg, a B leg, and could we see a C leg down to lower price action? Is this what is in the cards? Are we in some type of a depressionary environment? Bitcoin is the savior against debasement of fiat, but one thing is for certain, that you cannot X this scenario out because we are not out of the woods yet. But there is some bullish news. Donald Leclerc is saying he's been quite critical of Coinbase in the past, but this is a great move. What they do, they are integrating with Lightning. This is from Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. And what he's saying is that they made a decision to integrate Lightning. Bitcoin is the most important asset in crypto, and we're excited to do our part to enable faster and cheaper Bitcoin transactions. This could be a game changer for Bitcoin, as this could definitely enable not only cross-border payments, but everyday payments. How you pay for your cup of coffee, how you pay for any micro payments that you do on a daily basis. This allows Bitcoin to be faster and cheaper for the transaction cost. An update from Crypto.com. What he's showing in this chart is the last 3 bull markets. And every time we see an uptick in the large percent increase in exchange balance, what happens? The price goes parabolic. But every time before that, we have some type of flat sideways price action, flat sideways price action. Every single time, flat sideways before it starts to go up. Look where we're at right now, flat and sideways. He is getting ready for when the exchange balance starts to rocket up, because afterwards, that's when the biggest bull runs come, and this is something to definitely pay attention to. Another update from Stock Money Lizards, what he's saying is follow the supply-demand model similar to other commodities. 1 year active supply once more at a low point. Besides all technical analysis, this shows that we are in a correction right now. These bottom points have marked the beginning of a strong uptrend since demand takes over current supply. The supply is the lowest since 2015, and you can see this way back here. And the last time we were down this low, Bitcoin rallied up 8,000%, as you see from down here to this blow off peak. So every time this distribution happens and then we have this blast up top, this is definitely a parabolic move. Now, look at this macro support that we are just around. And this is a sort of a flag pattern. If we come back up to this supply peak over the 2018 inflection, back when we hit 20,000 in the Bitcoin price action, if we come back up here, that's going to be extremely, extremely parabolic in the years to come for Bitcoin. Another update, 4 of 6 early Bitcoin tops have found their bottom point in August. The other 2, November. With our first early top in for the cycle, this means that the bottoming point may have already developed here in August. So what is he referencing? Taking a look at this chart, you can see that in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, you have the bottoming like right in between year 2 and 3, but towards the latter half of 2, and then going parabolic. And then in year 1, you see an August bottom here, and then another August bottom here before you go parabolic. Once again, another August bottom in cycle 3, going parabolic. Now, are we going to see a August bottom and before going parabolic into 2024 and 2025? Or are we going to see a November bottom come and see lower price action? Like we had mentioned, we could be seeing Bitcoin come back down to the $24,000 threshold. If we break this, it's definitely something to pay attention to for this ABC last leg. Are we going to see this type of correction, or is the bottom in at 15.6K? Bitcoin bros think that the bottom's in. But right now, you can dollar cost average in, and it never hurts to have any dry powder. But the closer we get to the halving, you know what comes after that. And this is one thing to remind yourself about. There are barely over 1 million people holding one full Bitcoin. Put this in perspective. There's barely 1 million people holding one full Bitcoin. Did that sink in yet? There is 8 billion people in the world, and only 1 million are holding one. Now, imagine what's going to happen when the next 10 million people try to get to one Bitcoin. What is that going to do for the supply? There's going to be an extreme shock. And what's that going to do to the price action? It's going to go parabolic. The USD value of Bitcoin is going to jump so hard that it will probably never be more than 1 million people able to hodl one Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. Like, this is going to be impossible in the future for the everyday investor to have one Bitcoin. There's only 21 million. And right now, there's 1 million wallets that have over one Bitcoin, at least one Bitcoin. And what happens when that number turns to 5, then 10? Keep that in mind. Like, this is going to be an extremely scarce asset. If you understand scarcity, you understand how and why the world's best investors put their hard-earned money into scarce assets. And with that, I'm Sean at the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all I have for you today, and I'm out.